Alrighty, happy Tuesday, everybody. Happy Mardi Gras. It is Shogo here from davidwygant.com. Really excited. We've got a brand new format on the blog. From now on, every single Tuesday, we've got a video blog, a video cast, video recording, whatever you want to call it, that I'm bringing for you guys. It's going to be basically kind of like this video right here. A few minutes, just some inspiration, some advice, some answering some questions from you guys, depending on how we feel that day. So without any further ado, let's start off with the very first video blog. Today I got an email that I thought would be very fitting for this. It's a question that I get a lot from guys. Guys ask me this all the time. And this one comes from FH in London. And F asks me, Shogo, I'm having trouble with having a stimulating conversation with a woman that I'm attracted to. How do you do this? How do you have a stimulating and fun and playful conversation with her? Every time I have a conversation with a woman, it seems forced. I feel like I'm having to force my words out, and I keep asking the dull and boring questions like, where do you work? Where are you from? You know what I'm talking about, the boring and dull questions. Conversation's never fun and exciting. So how do I break through this boring and dull patch? And how do I make my conversations with women more fun and playful? I'm really stuck here, and I'd really appreciate your thoughts, your comments, and your advice. Okay, F, I definitely have some comments here, and I want you to get a little bit of a mindset shift on this. I want you to realize where this is coming from. I want you to know that there's nothing that you can do to make your conversations more fun and exciting and more playful. Sure, you can maybe memorize some lines or memorize some jokes or whatever to give it a little bit more of an upbeat feel, but in the long run, it's not going to give you the confidence that you want, and it's not going to help you really go out and start like you said, a memorable and fun conversation with people everywhere that you go, and that's really what you want. In order to do that, you have to change your belief about yourself in your core. It's all about lifestyle changes that you have to make, because it's all about your own reflection about yourself. Why? Because every time that you have a conversation with a girl that you find attractive, or anybody else for that matter, it doesn't really matter. Every time that you have a conversation, you communicate to somebody, what you're really communicating is your deep down belief about yourself. Okay? Every single time that you have a conversation, you have to believe that you're a fun and memorable guy in order to have a fun and memorable and exciting conversation. If you don't have that, if you believe that, you're boring and dull, guess what's going to happen? Your conversations are going to be boring and dull, right? The questions you ask are going to be boring and dull, and the answers that you give about yourself, of course, are going to be boring and dull. So here's what I want you to do to get a bigger picture on this. I want you to get out a piece of paper, okay? And I want you to write out a narrative of what your life has been like this year so far. That's 2 months. Since January 1st, write out what you've done this year. What's your weekly schedule like? What have you done every week? What have you done every weekend? What new things have you learned, if anything? What are you doing on your free time? Okay? Write all that out. And once you've written out that narrative, I want you to reread that back to yourself. How does that make you feel? What are the impressions that you get of this person of the image of this person that you've written out here, right? In other words, if you were somebody else, would you want to hang out with that person that you've written out there on that paper? Now, the answer to that question has to be yes. You have to say yes to that question. If not, if that's somebody that you personally wouldn't want to hang out with, you need to start taking steps immediately to changing this behavior. And fortunately, these are actually things that you can change. And I'll show you how. Here's what I want you to do. Reread that again, okay? Highlight or circle all the things that you wrote about yourself that you don't like, that are boring, that are uninteresting, that you don't really know why you're doing these things. Highlight all those, because I guarantee you the vast majority of those things are things that you could change about yourself immediately, okay? Here's my challenge to you. Now, in place of those boring things, you take that out of your life and you put 2 new things, 2 new activities, whatever it is, and you substitute that in to your daily schedule. Now these can be really, really simple things. It can be something as simple as not going to the same Starbucks over and over and over again when you've got 5 other coffee shops in your neighborhood, and maybe trying out a new coffee shop every day and seeing which one you like or which ones you like. It can be something like not watching Halo for 3 hours, not watching TV for 3 hours a day, or not playing Halo until 2 in the morning, whatever it is. And it can be something as like if you want to take a cooking class, maybe instead of taking the same old martial arts class that you've been taking since you were in 10th grade, and you don't know why you're doing it anymore, and you're not even really inspired by it. You don't even like talking about it. You have to start doing things that you actually enjoy talking about, and you actually enjoy sharing about yourself with other people. Okay, so that's my challenge to you. Write that down in the comments section. What 2 changes that you're going to make in your life? And anybody else who wants to take me up on this challenge, by all means, go right ahead. I'll be more than happy to read these. 2 things, 2 new activities that you've always wanted to try out and you've never tried out. And why haven't you tried those out? And now's the time to do it. You put those down there, make that commitment to yourself, and start taking out some of that, all that extraneous stuff that just don't inspire you, that are bogging your time down, basically bogging your energy down. And I guarantee you, once you start flipping that around, you're going to start feeling a lot better about yourself. You're going to start being reinvigorated with a lot more energy. And the next time you talk to that cute girl, you're going to have a lot more to say because you've connected yourself to the world around you. You're proud of who you are, and you're able to deliver yourself, deliver your personality in a way that's fun and exciting, and yes, very, very memorable, because you're going to start believing deep down inside that you're a memorable guy. All right, guys, this was fun. That was probably a little over 5 minutes. But I hope you guys got something out of that, and I will see you guys next Tuesday with another video blog, and I'll see you around the blog in general. If you want to ask me a question, if you want to get a hold of me, you know where to find me. Facebook, I answer every single one of my questions there. Twitter, I always answer those, and right here down in the comments section, I read every single one of those as well. I'll see you guys next week, and I'll see you around the blog.